Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by AcousticHealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. Welcome to this quantum conversation. We are here to learn that we are all channels, and there's incredible information available to enhance our existence and to make this world, the best place that we can. We have a lot of support. My guest is Suzi Kelly, who is a channel, and she's making a new documentary, We Are All Channelers. Hi, Suzi, welcome.
Hello, Loren. It's so exciting to be here. It's great meeting you and your audience.
Yes, we are excited to meet you, and we're going to meet the collective here in a little bit.
Yes.
As you bring forward the messages and the beauty and the love of the collective. So share with us this experience. What was your awakening like, and how did you come to meet the collective?
So I had a rough start, which I think a lot of people who are on these spiritual journeys have had. And I had abuse as a child. I had a lot of trauma in my life, and I had to heal because it's very hard to live from that place. Had no self-worth. I carried a lot of shame, and it was very difficult to be living in that place. So I started searching. And I think this happens for a lot of people. We don't feel good. We're looking for answers. We're trying to feel better. So I met Deepak Chopra's work and Wayne Dyer, and I read Conversations with God, which was brilliant. And then I found Abraham Hicks, which was like, wow, everything resonated. But it took time to get there. It took time to even accept channeling because it seemed so strange at the time. I remember when I first went, I live in Canada, and there was actually a live event with Abraham Hicks, with Esther Hicks and Jerry Hicks at the time, many years ago. And I went, and I didn't know what it was. And I went with a girlfriend, and we sat there and we were looking, and we were like, what is she doing? Why is she calling herself Abraham? So it took a bit of time to just adjust to that. And once I did, I was addicted. So I watched all of their videos, and I've been to so many workshops. I've also recently found Sarah Landon of the Council, and I took a course that she offers. I don't know if she still has it running, called Semi-Private Learn to Channel course. And there was also an event that she did with Mike Dooley, which was called The Art of Channeling. And all of these things just opened me up to channeling. And I started with automatic writing, learning through Sarah. I learned to trust the process. I learned that it was a relationship that we're developing, and it just took off from there. So I've worked as a psychotherapist for over 10 years, and I knew when I was counseling my clients that I knew what to say. I knew what would work. I would come out of some of my sessions, especially at the beginning, and I would be, how did that happen? How did I know to say that? How did I know what they needed to hear? And it was so profound. It was so amazing. And I realized that when I'm counseling my clients, I'm non-resistant. I'm not thinking about my things going on. I'm not stressing. I'm really focused on the client. And what I've realized is when you're focused and you're just in that stream of energy that flows, you just get downloads and you just get information, and you get inspired thought. So moving on to channeling the collective, which is such a beautiful energy being. It's a collective of higher dimensional beings. And it's been the most amazing experience, because once you start opening up to channeling, it just fills you with so much love and connection. Connection, I would say, is the big piece. Because I know for humans, we don't feel like we're connected. We feel alone. And I really know, and the collective has been telling me that this is the next step for human evolution, is for everyone to understand that they have this connection. And so I started to get downloads. I would go into, when I would lie down to go to sleep, and I was relaxed, I would feel my way. And you start to kind of learn that subtle energy, that feeling of non-resistance, being open. And I would feel them come through, and I would get downloads. And this would happen in the early morning as well when I first woke up, which makes sense because we're non-resistant. We haven't started thinking about what we have to do, what stresses we have going on, the problems that we have. And I would get just chunks of thought downloaded into me, or sometimes it was more like a conversation. So I would be talking to them in my head. And it was very powerful. And the information that comes through is just so amazing. One night when I was downloading, or I was connected to the collective, I got the download for a documentary, and we have now created this documentary. But in that download, I could see everything about it. I knew who I wanted to be in it, what I wanted it to look like. It was so powerful. And the other thing was, I was so excited and passionate about it. And I knew that I needed to get the message out there that everyone can do this. And this is where we're going as humanity. We are evolving. And the next step is realizing that we're all connected. We can all channel. So we've created this documentary. It is called We Are All Channelers. And we have 8 channelers on it. One of the channelers is Sarah Landon, which I'm sure a lot of you know already. She channels the council, and she is incredible. The council's message is just amazing and beautiful. And so she's in it, and we have a lot of different channelers that channel in different ways. So we have Jennifer Hawkyard, who is an intuitive artist, and she channels guardian angels, she channels ascended masters, she channels the angels, and she channels them in artwork. So, and she actually has made a few card decks, oracle card decks for Hay House. So she's amazing. So she's in the documentary. We have an animal communicator, Fiona Paul, who channels the lion energy in the documentary, which is incredible. We have a card reader. She's intuitive oracle card reader named Deborah Jane Sutton, and she's got the most lovely energy. And we have John Rossiano, who channels more of the higher dimensional beings, the galactic. She brings in galactic messages, and he's the science guy. So he brings in a lot of stuff that's good for people who want to know the intricate details, dimensions and vibration and all of that type of thing. And he's so intelligent. So we have John, and we have, I don't want to miss anyone, we have Christina Solis, who channels the Syrian collective, and she does a channel. And I'm trying to think who else. We have Joanne Carey. So Joanne Carey channels her guides, and she also channels light language and toning. So at the end of the documentary, she does a meditation to help everybody connect more fully to their guides, to open up that connection. So that is beautiful as well. And the movie is very entertaining. It's kind of like The Secret movie. We have a lot of aspects to it. And the whole movie was channeled. So it came to me through the collective's message to me, and all the little pieces along the way in creating it just came. It was so easy. And I was so passionate. I just want everyone to know that they can channel, and that is the next step for all of us as humans. So that is exciting.
It's very exciting. And the key is that you followed your excitement and your passion.
Yes.
It's amazing that you were given this download. So How do you know when you're getting a download? You did mention that you were in that state of non-resistance. It was in the morning and you could tell that you were getting information, but it was something different than just thoughts. It was something that popped into your head really without you expecting it. How do you know, or how does one know when they're getting downloads? What are the indicators?
Well, I was actually on purpose connecting to the energy. So as you start to connect, as you start to channel, you recognize the different energies. So it can be a subtle energy, but when I go to sleep or in the morning, I just know that energy and I can connect to it. So I was doing that at the time. Sometimes it's more like a conversation that I get in my head, and sometimes it's that block of thought, which was the documentary. But I've had other ones. I had an experience where I was shown what unity consciousness was like, what it felt like. So I was in the state of just knowing who everyone was, who they really were. And I knew who I was. And it was the most incredible experience. And then the next thought I had was, that's so different than how it is for humanity. But what I realized was that we are going there, and that is sort of where evolution is taking us, where we know we're not separate. We know we're connected to each other and we're connected to everything. And that's what channeling is, knowing that you're connected. And it's such an exciting time. I think everyone's feeling it. I know your audience is on this journey. They're the ones that will be doing the work that's adding to the collective energy and hiring their vibrations and figuring out who they really are, because we are amazing beings and we're connected to everything. It's an abundance. That's another kind of understanding that I got, is our consciousness and our connection is real abundance. You know, we think, oh, get the big house, get the car, but you don't need any of that when you've got this connection. It's the most incredible feeling. It just feels like you can go anywhere, you can feel anything. It's amazing. It's great.
We can feel that, absolutely. So you're going to bring forward the collective to channel. But I want you to share a little bit more. There's a couple more questions I have, and one is, let's go back to the unity consciousness.
Yes.
I think we can all feel that. I think we can all sense. Sometimes I look out at the world, especially if I look at the news, oh my goodness, and say, wow, we're supposed to be working towards unity consciousness. And so my ego mind will say, why are we not even further there? But then something inside me, maybe this is the information that you're speaking of, this connection that we're speaking of, has had me see in ways. I've experienced a vision of how we are all connected, and how something that I can do or even feel can go out into the field and affect other people. I do see that. So that could be our own evolution towards unity consciousness, is this drip by drip awareness of how we are all connected. But I'd like to ask you, how did you see that unity consciousness? And then how do we get there for the collective, for the rest of us?
Yeah, well, you know, we are there. It is just shifting our consciousness. So getting that experience was so powerful. It was, oh my gosh, when we're there, Loren, all the time, it's like being in heaven, because you just know who you are. You know your worth. There's no unworthiness. There's no doubt. There's just pure connection and expansion. And you just know everyone else is the same. So we can get to those moments like you did. And that's an example of unity consciousness, or being connected to your higher self and all there is. And everybody has different terms. It could be spirit guide, your angels, and these energies are all around us. So it is an inside job. But the more we do it, the more it becomes a habit, the more we can feel it, the more we can get there quickly. And we're adding to that collective consciousness as we do this. And soon it will be that tipping point, which is accelerating. I don't know. I think everyone's feeling this acceleration. And we're headed there fast. I'm just getting all these downloads and these feelings and knowing that we are being supported, we are connected. I mean, there's so many energies that are focused on us right now because this is an exciting time for everybody. It's just happening. Everything is shifting. We're moving higher. It's an exciting time for everyone.
It is a very exciting time. So thank you for clarifying that. And I'm sure that we can all feel it. Another experience I wanted to share very quickly is that I looked around and I saw all the past lives. I saw many, many, many past lives with so many beings and so many people. So this is part of it. It's an inside job. It's one heart at a time. The shift that we've heard so much about happens one heart at a time, one consciousness unit at a time. We would think that, there'd be one defining moment, but I think it's really each defining moment for every single heart. So beautiful. Yes. So I love also your awakening and the people that helped you in your process. And I just wanted to share that we've heard this story so often. So for others who have a challenging story, a challenging path, a challenging journey, the good news and the eye on the prize outside of that is once we clear that trauma, look at the incredible gifts that come forward, that come through, and the comfort that's there. Your channeling gifts that came through, that's for everyone, and that's why you say we're all channelers. And then the spiritual teachers that you met on your path, you said Deepak Chopra, he was mine. His tape series back in the day in the 90s. Oh, it was the 90s, early 90s. The Higher Self. It was a cassette tape, and that actually was my first journey on this path. And Conversations with God, absolutely. That was a very defining book, and one that I recommend to everyone starting out. And then Abraham Hicks, of course, pearls of wisdom all over. So really amazing, this journey that we've been on, and we can see where our world will get there. I do see a world where people are anchored in their hearts, and I thank you for stepping into your role, and I thank every person who's taking that challenge and that journey. It's not really a challenge, but making the intention to do this connection from within to our higher self. And if that's all that we do is help people anchor in the heart and connect to the higher self, then we've done a great job, and that's really why we're here. So again, I commend you on that. How about bringing in the collective? Because there's a lot going on that they can offer some really clear information on.
Yes, of course. So it just takes me a minute. I just close my eyes and I take some deep breaths and I can feel their energy. And then I just allow. Okay, here we go. We are here and we are so happy to be speaking to all of you at this time. This is such an exciting time on your planet. Everybody is feeling the higher vibrations that are coming into your environment. For as you all lift your vibrations, it allows for other vibrations to connect with you. And this is what Suzi was referring to, is when you lift your vibration and you know that you can connect with other vibrations, you will find them. You just need to believe in it. But we are all connected. We are all part of Source. We are all part of all there is. We are brothers and sisters in this journey. And we love to watch the incredible evolution that is taking place on your planet. We love to be part of this. We love to be connected with you. So whenever you go into a state of non-resistance, whenever you go into meditation, search for us, ask for us, and you will find us. For you are part of all there is, and we are part of all there is. This is such an exciting time. We want you to know many humans believe that they are less than, but we want you to know how we see you, and we see you as the most courageous, wise, incredible, strong souls that have come to the earth experience to experience density, to believe you are separate, because you knew in this journey you would have the most amazing revelations as you move back to who you really are. You would have the most incredible experiences. For how do you know who you really are? How do you know the light when you have not experienced the dark? And that is part of this experience as a human being. You have chosen to experience what you are not in order to see who you really are, in order to understand more fully who you are as the light, as that higher dimensional, ever flowing consciousness that is connected to all. We are so excited for your journey. We are so appreciative and grateful for the journey you are taking. For without this journey, we, from our higher dimensional standpoint, would not know the truths that you are finding from your denser environment. We would not know the questions that you are asking, the answers that come through us. They only come through us because you are asking the questions. We get those answers because we are non-resistant. We get them automatically, but we would not be asking the questions that you are asking from your vantage point because you have gone into the drudges, as we will call it, and you are rising and becoming so much more of who you are through this incredible journey that you are on. You are amazing. You are beloved beings. We love you so much. Our channeler, Suzi, she watches documentaries. She loves the documentaries about survival. She loves especially the documentary that is called Alone, where people are put on a very difficult environment and they have to survive and they are alone. And as she watches this program, she thinks to herself, my goodness, I could never do that. These people are amazing. How are they doing it? The courage, the strength that they have. We want you to know you are all on that journey. We see you as those courageous beings that have gone forth into density, into a place where you do not know who you really are. You have forgotten. And you are those incredible survivors. You are those incredible energies and wise masters. And we look at you and think, wow, how are they doing this? They are incredible. So please know this about yourselves. Know you are incredible and we love you so much. And we would love to invite any questions that our host may have. We are ready.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are feeling higher vibrations, listening to your beautiful words. Very, very comforting. A question that comes up comes from the dense environment that we are in. It seems intense on our planet. it seems intense in what we call our collective as we've gone into the dredges. And I know there's so many light beings, light workers here in this realm that want to assist, but the heart is heavy. The heart is heavy on and see, I cry now because it's touching my heart. Our hearts are heavy on the way that the environment is being treated. Mother Gaia herself and other humans mistreating other humans. And shall we even go into politics and the way we're seeing humans treat other humans? What advice can you give for us to fortify us to move forward in light of all this and make a very strong impact or influence?
Well, what we want you to know is that you are making an incredible difference. You are bringing the light into other people's experiences. This is an amazing area that you have spread the news to others that all is well. We want you to know that all is well. There is nothing going wrong. There is nothing that you have to fix. We want you to understand that you are everlasting beings. If you think of a beautiful white beach that goes on forever, and you think of that grain of sand, this experience and this moment is that grain of sand, but you are the entire beach. Everything is here. You are all doing amazing. There is nothing going wrong. Stay in that place. Know that you are supported. Know that you are connected. You do not have to fix the world around you. You only need to go inward and know that you are connected. And when you do that, when you all do that, you will feel that love. You will feel that connection. It is in your environment where you look that shows you other things. We want you to look with a state of neutrality. We want you to observe from the higher perspective. Know that what is happening is all in the good of all. For what is happening is creating more of what you need and what you desire. You are seeing a world that you do not desire, and you go inward and you find that world that you do desire, and that is your power. And that is the world that you will start to see on the outside. But please know, it is not your job to fix anything outside of yourself. It is only your job to go inward and know who you are and to bring that forth. And the more you do that, and the more you focus there, and the more you connect with everything there is, the more your outside world will reflect that. So know that all is well. Know that nothing is going wrong. And you are an important, amazing soul that is giving your light to the world. And know that from that place, you gift the world everything. You create everything. So please let go of that worry. It is all working out.
Gracias. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That message gives such clarity, and there's no more questions because we get this.
We are so pleased.
Okay. And I hear one last question from our collective audience of light workers. Raising our vibration. Any additional words of how we can raise our vibration in every moment?
Yes. The more that you do this, the more that you listen to things that raise your vibration, whether it be music, whether it be a podcast, whether it be a channeled message, the more you listen, the more you go into that place of non-resistance, the more that you self-care your own vibration and your own energy, the more that will become a habit for you. You will feel the love. You will connect to all. You are all doing amazing work. We are so amazed by the work you are all doing. We are here. We are here for you. We want you to know that. We want you to know that you are doing amazing. There is nothing that you need to fix. Just keep your vibration on that high place in whatever way you feel that place. Do that. Follow your passion. Find places where you feel good. Meditate. Whatever works, do it all day long if you can. That is our suggestion to you, to stay there as often as you can. And it is okay. We know you won't always be there, and it is not possible in the human experience to always be there. So know that, don't expect that. But remember that when you dip down into those denser feelings, remind yourself, it's okay. I know how to get back. I know who I am. I know I am connected. And you will learn this emotion and this feeling of connecting. And then you will go there often. And that is our advice. Just continue to go there. Do not beat yourself up. Do not judge yourself. You are incredible beings. You are amazing. And we love you so much. And we are here for you.
How can we connect with you?
When you go into that non-resistant space, if you enjoy meditating, if you like being out in nature, go into that non-resistant space where you're not worrying about anything, and feel your way to us or to your higher selves. You have the connection to your higher self and to all there is. You will feel that in that non-resistant space. That is where we speak to you. So know that you have this ability. Know that this is your energy connecting to our energy. We are all connected as one. You have this ability, and we will be there, and all of the higher vibrations will be there for you. We love you. We want to connect with you. We are so overjoyed in this connection.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. As we were feeling into that, as you were speaking to feel into this, I felt it and I wanted to cry, because that is my truth and my awareness of the connection. So we get this, and we are grateful for you because we can feel you. Thank you again. Great collective.
We are so pleased, and we love you so much. We are complete.
Namaste.
Oh, the energy is so amazing.
This is what we focus lean into the messages of being in that state of neutrality. There's nothing to fix. It's all in divine order. Observe the higher perspective. So beautiful. And in that short transmission, the way that our vibration has lifted is so wonderful. I truly am feeling this. And we're that much closer to it because people who are watching or listening to this do get it, do understand. Everyone here is a New Earth leader, and New Earth is a vibration. And so I just honor and thank everyone.
Yes.
And you for us. It feels so good. I love it. Again, feeling our way. We can feel our way.
Yes.
And I have to repeat, my truth is when I start to cry from joy, from the feeling of home. And so as that was expressed, I felt it, and we are so supported. We are so
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. It's such an amazing journey, honestly. It's funny, after I channel, I don't even know how to speak. But it's the big message that I've been getting is we can all do this. This is our natural human ability. But if you think about the Aboriginals and the Indigenous people, they used to have this as part of their everyday life, the ceremonies, the connecting. And then we lost it. We all started getting, nice cars and TV, and we get lost. And so, yeah, it's coming back in a big way. So it's very exciting.
Exciting, and just beware of the distractions. And some of the distractions are the things that need to be fixed. One of the distractions could be watching the old paradigm crumble. And as we heard in this message, there's be in the non-resistance and be open and in the state of neutrality, because this ascension process is one heart at a time, and the distractions are everything that keep us from this vibration, from this feeling.
Yes. We
have to be immaculate with our vibration.
Yes. And of course, like we go to the, I call it the dark place. But it's a normal thing as humans. But I found myself in my own journey that the more I do it, the more I can stay there. So it's practice, it's habit, it's just knowing who you are and just, being in that higher vibration. It's amazing.
So we are excited for you to offer personal sessions with people.
Yes.
When you do personal sessions for people, tell us what goes on there, and what are some common questions that people bring? I know it's different, but people probably ask the same, what's my purpose?
Yes.
Yes. All the way to, am I going to find my romantic other?
Yes.
And the messages that come through could probably provide information that is so neutral but very comforting to people, and probably what they would expect. So what happens in a personal session? What's that like?
So usually there's a little bit of a message that comes through at the beginning, and then the questions get asked. And I think it's just a very personal experience because it's their energy coming in and their specific question with their energy. And that brings forth the answer from the collective. So it's very personal to them. It's something that they can hear. It is the same message, but maybe said in a different way that they can hear it, or it'll just be that click that they get that piece. But it's just also the energy coming through is of love and connection and support. It's an amazing experience. And I love the feeling of being in that place. It's like, it's just like in the zone of this loving energy coming through. It's fantastic in that. So, it's amazing.
Yes, I bet you see a lot of tears in the sessions that you do as well.
Yeah.
Tears of truth and remembrance.
Yeah, yes. And tears, I think they're release. They're just sort of like letting go. And I think that's a big process here for all of us, is to let go of those pieces, those negative beliefs that got created. As a psychotherapist, that is the work that I do. It's like saying, this is who you really are. That happened to you when you were young, or that person said that, but that's not who you are. This is who you really are. You are this incredible divine soul. And that is the truth of who we are. But it's hard as a human. We're like hearing all these, we seem to just absorb the negative. But yeah, as we do this journey, it gets easier and easier, for sure. Yeah.
Yes, and so I find it fascinating that here you come from the realm of psychotherapy, where in our traditional models it could take someone years, decades of
Yes.
treatments. But with what we're doing here, this sort of connection, this sort of information is
Yeah.
like lightning speed in the way
Yes.
that people transcend their issues.
Yes, that's true. Yes, because the energy that the collective provides it's putting everything in that energy. So the person that's coming with the question is open, and they're expecting, it's also their intention to get the information. They've put that out there. And so they absorb that energy and that truth that they know on the core of their being from the collective. So yeah, it's very powerful. It's amazing. But everybody is doing this incredible work. It's raising everyone's vibration. It's amazing.
And the higher self connection, I guess we could say that our higher self is part of the collective in a
Yes.
way, right? I mean,
Yes.
that's all us. It's all us anyway. So that higher self connection, once people begin to cultivate it and work with it,
Yes.
that right there is pretty permanent, because there's no going backwards.
Yes. Yes. Once you feel that, it's like our journeys. We look back maybe to when we were younger and we were really not in a good place and having a lot of difficult emotion, to now. And I know that everybody on these spiritual journeys has moved a long way from where they were. And if you look at that difference, and so now you're moving forward to connect with your higher self, to bring in more of who you are, the passion, the knowing, the love, and you'll be jumping forward again. So it is an amazing journey to get to these places. And that is where we're going. And the more we do it, the more the energy is coming in. So we can connect easier, because the human collective is a collective of all of us. So as we raise the vibration of the human collective, everything is going to get better. People are going to be changing. They're going to be feeling this energy. It's like a tipping point, and it's happening now. So it's incredibly exciting.
And it's not going to be on your favorite news channel.
No, stop watching the news. I did that a long time ago. I stopped watching the news and I watched, the collective mentioned, I watched documentaries and survival, seeing people survive things and just looking at the amazing journeys people have had. And I love shows like that, because I think it reflects what we're going through right now. So for me, it's just so powerful to watch that, the strength of humanity and where we're going. It's incredible. Yeah. No more news.
Yeah, I actually do it from a perspective of reading between the lines.
Ah, yes.
Read between the lines for New Earth. Like, can we see the changes for New Earth? There's things that we can start to see. We can start to see a lack of tolerance in the human collective for people mistreating other people.
Yes. Yes.
And so I read between the lines. I don't do the television, but I'll do a newspaper, and I can't even stomach that much anymore, but I'll do it to see all sides, to rise above, to see all sides and not take any sides. But that's me. I'm a journalist at heart. And so,
That makes sense. Yes.
yeah, well, thank you for this. It really is important work that you're doing, and you assist people in their journey in as your psychotherapist background assists them with the collective messages for their right path. And again, it happens pretty quickly, like today in just the few moments where we had the collective channeling for us, that initial message and then the follow-up question had me no more in doubt, no more in worry. It answered the whole big kit and caboodle of that giant question that puts most people in a heavy heart or in despair, and we were lifted out of it. So are just as effective. Personal sessions really allow you to go deep within someone and their issues, to unravel and to liberate into this greatness that we are, to remember this wholeness that we are, and to connect with the higher self. So beautiful. There is a special offer link on this webpage, and that will connect people to your personal sessions. There's also some other things that you're including too. Tell us about those MP3s.
Yes, so I did a few channeled meditations from the collective, and they're amazing. I listen to them all the time. One of them is connecting to your higher self. So that is a really good one to, feel into that place. And I think that will help actually, because it is the collective energy and it is an incredible journey to your higher self. Another one is heal your body. So it is connecting into the cells of your body and the wisdom of those cells of your body. And it's flowing in that powerful place of healing and that everything is okay. And that is that meditation. And the third one is abundance meditation. And it's not like abundance of a big house or a car. It's more about the abundance of our consciousness. It's the abundance of who we are and our connection with who we really are. So it goes into that place of that expansion of consciousness and connecting to the more of who we are. And this is an unlimited journey. It's very exciting. So when you start on this consciousness journey, it just feels like you can keep going. And depending on what your passion is, you can pretty well connect to any higher dimensional being or a galactic being. It's your own passion and wherever that passion takes you. So that's the other meditation, is connecting into that abundance of consciousness. So yeah, they're very cool meditations. I listen to them all the time. They're so good.
With all of this, the information, when we hear it again, there's an evolution of that information where the first time we hear it, we may get exactly what we need in that moment. But then as we evolve, the next time we hear it, it's like there's more things that are unlocked. Something that we didn't hear in the first time.
Yes.
And it's so I find that multidimensional and fascinating. Very good.
Well, and I got a message from the collective about that, is that, when you read a book 10 years ago and you reread it now, you are a different person now. You are still that unique vibrational signature, but you have had another experience. And so you are more than that. So you're coming from a new vantage point. And I can't say it as well as the collective. If I channeled it, it would come out really easy. But it is that new vantage point. So every moment we have a new vantage point. Us talking creates a new vantage point. The collective channeling creates a new vantage point. So yeah, every time you listen to something, you're listening from a different place, which is fascinating.
Yes. And the information is abundant. It's abundant.
Yes.
Covers so many layers. Yes.
Yeah.
You did mention something about it depends on your passion.
Yes.
So can you talk a little bit more about that? Because when we talk about New Earth being a vibration, and the rules of New Earth are to follow your passion.
Yes.
What does that mean that it depends on our passion? And you had your own passion too, making your documentary. So
Yes.
expand more on this.
Well, I think then we connect with the more of who we are, the higher self. That is the language of the higher self. So if you're doing something and you're feeling excited and passionate, that is all of you coming in that moment into that and saying, yes, do that. This is who you are. You're expressing who you are through your passion. So it's the higher self. You're connecting to that place, and you are in more of who you are when you're in that place. You're expressing from there. So yes, follow your passion. That's a big message in our documentary as well, is follow your passion. That will lead you where you are meant to go. It will connect you with more of who you are. And yeah, that is the language of the soul or of the higher self, for sure.
Passion, the language of the higher self, the language of the soul.
Yes.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for raising our vibration, for evolving our vibration today. We are different because of it. We thank the collective for being here. So as we say goodbye, I want to point everyone again to your special offer. Check it out and get the MP3s and a personal session. We're excited for you to work with our audience and the beloved ones who are making a difference in the world just by their heart amplification and also their passion that they follow. So thank you.
Thank you.
Any final thoughts you'd like to share?
Oh, I'm just so grateful for this, Loren. I love you. I love your show. And I just feel grateful to be part of this. And everyone who is doing this work, they are amazing light workers, and they are adding to our future of abundance and evolution and connectivity. So everyone, keep doing your work. And I don't even call it work. Follow your passion, enjoy, love yourself. That's a big message. And we're all going there together. We're all going there together.
So let's hold hands and be happy.
Yes.
Have fun following our passions. Suzi, thank you so much for being here. We are flying high and we are in deep gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you, Loren.
Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. Access all quantum conversations, special offers from our guests, and online healing retreats by visiting acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music, available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.